One of the most hype EZAs in Dokkan history is finally making his appearance into Dokkan Battle. STR Cooler has finally gotten his EZA. So it's been almost 3 years since his release, and now that he is getting his EZA, he is one of the best EZA TURs within the game. But this video is not about STR Cooler. We're going to be discussing other LRs and other TURs that I want to see get an EZA within the next year or so. What's good, guys? My name is Vilify, and today we're going to be looking at our top 5 most anticipated EZAs from my personal opinion. Let's not waste any time and hop into our number 5 spot. Coming in at number 5, we have LR Super Int Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku to be specific. What I think really makes this guy kind of unique in his own way is the way that he leads pure and hybrid Saiyans as a pure Saiyan. Now, obviously, this is very valuable as that's just a wide array of leader skill. Like, if we just talk about all the units on pure Saiyans, we'd be here all day. Almost all of the top 10 units within the game are on the pure Saiyans category. A lot of amazing TURs are on the hybrid Saiyans team, and coming up in this video, we'll also be seeing a hybrid Saiyan. That really could make a big difference going forward, right? But like, if you guys want to look at his passive, we have a defense. So we get Ki 5 and defense 55%, depending on how many pure or hybrid Saiyan allies we have on the team. That could be buffed as well to up to Ki attack and defense, maybe. If we wanted to make maybe that just double it up to 110%. We've got high chance of evading enemies' attack. We could keep that. And performing a critical hit for 7 turns, we could just maybe make that a guaranteed crit no matter what. You know, if you don't want to buff his attack stats too much, let's go ahead and just give him guaranteed crit. We got Mega Colossal on the Ultra Super Attack, and then just regular Colossal on the Super Attack. Obviously, these could be really good. Greatly raising attack and defense on both, with the 18 Ki being for 3 turns and the 12 Ki being for 1 turn. We could really see this guy looking like phenomenal if we had just like regular stat buffs, maybe a defensive gimmick, maybe a higher chance to guard or something like, or not guard, but to evade, maybe some sort of damage reduction per pure hybrid Saiyan ally. This guy could be really good, and just like I said with his leader skill, he is so valuable because he could go on the hybrid Saiyan team, and if he's the leader, he's going to be buffing himself as he's a pure Saiyan. So, you know, just having a God Goku on the hybrid Saiyan team could really be important going forward, just with some of the units that are just needing like that. The hybrid Saiyans team is just kind of one of those teams that kind of needs like that LR power creep to kind of come in and get like the stats that are over the top, right? Because if you want to run like a regular hybrid Saiyan team that's really defensive based, you're going to notice that the HP on it is pretty low. Like, if you want to run a double tech Gohan led team, you're going to be looking at a team with like 400,000 HP, and in 2022 that's just not acceptable with these bosses hitting for 1.5 million. You absolutely would need something more with that. So I think Int God Goku, I speak for more than just myself when I say that this is the one of the more anticipated LR EZAs. Let's go ahead and move into our number 4 spot. Coming in at number 4, we have LR Super Saiyan Goku from the Super Android 13 movie, more commonly known as Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku. This guy, he needs to be able to do a little bit more on his 18 Ki inside of just debuffing the enemy. He needs to be able to buff himself, because you can see right here, all he does is do things to the enemy. He does Mega Colossal damage to the enemy, he lowers their attack and defense, and he also seals the super attack. And then on his 12 Ki, he greatly raises his defense, which is amazing, but we need to maybe raise that to greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, maybe make it 3 turns or something like that. But that's also banking on him doing an additional, when, you know, kind of the idea is that you want to take this massive powerful attack that he does and take out the enemy with that. But just with the links that this guy has, is just like Super Saiyan Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. That is a phenomenal link set. Like, he is going to be sharing 4 to 5 links with a lot of the best units in the game. You know, he gets that certain attack and defensive buff per Rainbow Ki Spheres. He's a Rainbow Ki Sphere changer, and then also gets the additional +7 attack +7% per Super Saiyan's category ally. If we wanted to maybe make that attack and defense +10% with the Super Saiyan's category allies, I think that could potentially be a really good kind of idea going forward. Maybe he gets additional Ki +1 on regular type spheres, then the Ki +2 per Rainbow Ki Spheres if you really want to make him busted. Basically, a guaranteed 24 Ki super attack is kind of where I'd want this guy to be. He already basically is that, but now it could be like, if he doesn't get lucky with the Rainbow Orb changing, he's still getting to that 24 Ki range. Looking at just kind of like the super attack effects, I think they're fine, but I would like greatly raising a defense on these 18 Ki as well, just so he's not so much of a nuke-based unit, and he could be a little bit more consistent in content. But I feel like a lot of people have this unit with at least a dupe or 2 in them at this point, and you know, EZA for him is going to look really good, as well as, you know, the Super Saiyan's Ki category Ki +4. With the leader skills on these LRs, I don't really care about them as much, just because most of the time these summonable LRs that aren't Dokkan Fests are kind of meant to fill out teams and really give you like that additional power. Like, this Goku could fit in really well on the Super Saiyan category team, but you're not really running him as the leader, right? So let's go ahead and move into our number 3 spot. perhaps the most anticipated LR EZA within the game right now, Dokkan Fest LRs excluded. We have our boy Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, it's 2022, so when we get an update to this needs to have like at least 2 or 3 more lines of stuff in it. That's just nowhere near enough, right? Losing defense on the super 18 key super attack, that has to go. Like, we are just so far into the game that losing defense on super attack is just such an L, and we need to have some sort of raising attack, maybe raising defense. You know, he does get attack plus 180% when he does an 18 key super, so maybe you just make it so he raises defense on the 18 key as the raise comes from the passive. But then it's the same thing with the 12 key, where we do need like a additional attack and defense raise, just because this unit statistically with the attack stats, he's probably going to be putting up like let's just get crazy, right? Like, he's probably going to be hitting 12-13 million for free when he gets his EZA, so we kind of have to take advantage and find a way to make him not lose defense on that 18 key, as well as gain defense for maybe the 12 key or something like that. But I think what's so important about this unit is just kind of like his link set is not the best. Experienced fighters over in a flash and limit breaking form are not the best. And shattering the limit obviously is going to shaft him a little bit, but it's nothing too crazy. I still think that just with the way this guy is built, he should be fine even without it. But like, what really stands out to me right here is the sheer amount of categories he's on. So he's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's on 14 categories. So 14 categories getting a buff, and the Super Saiyan 3 team is in need of buffs desperately. We could just kind of go ahead and quickly pull this up. This category has like just not that much, right? Like, if we want to talk about good units, I'm being extremely generous when I say he's good at this point. He looks well on a 200% lead, but he's still nothing too special. These Dokkan Awakenings are decent. This guy is obviously really dated. This Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is amazing. The Transforming Goku is okay. These two need Heroes units to really rely on what they could do. This is one of the best Super Saiyan 3 units. This guy still loses defense per orb, which is such an L. We got this Gotenks, who can have a little bit of Super Battle Road utility. Again, we were talking about the fusions that are Super Saiyan 3s. They can look okay next to each other. This STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku looks good with guard. Obviously, this bad boy's got damage reduction, and then obviously this guy as well is super well done. One of the better units in the game in terms of TURs. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to our number 2 spot. But the number 3 spot coming in with Dragon Fist Goku, I think that the teams that he is on could really use the help. Coming in at our number 2 spot, probably my most anticipated EZA is Int Goku Black. Now, Int Goku Black, we all kind of know, is a bit of a joke with the medium stacking that he does. By the time it's turned 20, you know, you're looking at 400k defense or whatever, and his transformation condition sucks. He's not doing that much. Chance of performing a critical hit +5 up to 40% when getting hit. Like, that's just so dated now. Units have 50% chances to crit just on their 18 key super attack alone. The transformation condition sucks. He doesn't look that great, but the thing with this Goku Black is that the Time Traveler 170 across the board could be really good. Greatly raising defense on that super attack is good, and his link set with just the extreme class units in the game is just so good, right? Cold Judgment, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Prepared for Battle, Dismal Future, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle. When it comes to units that are like Zamasu and Goku Black based, this guy is going to be the absolute perfect linking partner for them. And when it comes to categories as well, you look at the teams like Realm of Gods, you look at Potara, you look at Future Saga, we got Time Travelers, Inhuman Deeds, Worldwide Chaos, and stuff like that. These are all units that like could use the help of this guy's EZA if they do him right. So this Int Goku Black is something that I'm really excited for. And this guy, what we could do is give him attack and defense buff, right? And then as well as maybe giving him attack and defense plus 150 at the start of the turn. Chance of performing a critical hit maybe a little bit higher than 50%. Maybe we make it like 70%. Maybe we get maybe like a damage reduction, or he gets increased attack and defense after he gets hit or something like that. And this guy's link set, especially when he transforms with Super Saiyan and Kamehameha, like can even link well with some of the units on the Power Beyond Super Saiyan team, but to the point where it's like, you know, you got Fierce Battle, you got Prepared for Battle, and it's like Nightmare, Dismal Future, and Big Bad Bosses are like the 3 links that kind of go away from the super class units, but he could still look pretty good there. And again, with all these categories going on, this EZA is just something that really could be game-changing in terms of the extreme class side of things, and I am really excited to see how that EZA goes ahead and pans out. Alright, let's go ahead and move into our number 1 spot, and I'm sure that a lot of people can relate with this, but I say our boy AGL Super Saiyan 2 LR Gohan. Now, this guy is honestly okay when you transform with him attack-wise, but just losing all the defense that he gets is just like, it's just too extreme, right? So what we would need to do is give him like damage reduction or more attack, or even more like maybe greatly raises defense on both 18 and 12 key. His leader skill is amazing. Like if we make it Kamehameha category 3 of 170 across the board, then AGL 130, this guy could be incredible, right? Attack and defense plus 100%. Let's buff that to 150%. Key plus 1 and additional attack and defense plus 10% at the start of each turn. Let's go ahead and make that 20% up to 100. Or 20% up to 100%. And this active skill, we gotta get rid of that the unit restriction, right? I think if it's under 58% or under 58% HP or less, that's fine. But it's just the fact that you need this Android 16 or the an Android's category ally from under the 5th turn. It just has to go. They're probably not going to get rid of it, but that is something when you think about it, it just has to go because you're not running this guy on teams with androids. Like the Android Saga team, at this point, you can kind of usher it out with a bunch of superclass units that are going to work just fine, right? But like when it just comes down to what makes this guy so good is his link set, right? Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, Golden Warrior, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Any Super Saiyan LR, this guy's going to share 5 or 6 links with, right? And when it comes to the categories, like I don't even like just look at how many categories this guy's on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 teams. This guy is on 21 teams. How many categories are there in the game? I think there's like 90 something categories in the game right now, right? We are up to 87. He's on 1/4 of the teams in the game, guys. 1/4 of the teams in the game he is on, right? Essentially, a little under 1/4, right? I know, 87, but some of these aren't on, okay, all of them are, these guys aren't on JP yet, if I'm not mistaken, or on Global yet. So, like I said, it's just 87 categories in the game, and this guy's on 1/4 of them. There's so many teams here. Like, if we just want to look at teams that could use the buff, like right off the top of my head, right? Full Power, Youth, Android Cell Saga, Super Saiyan 2, Exploding Range, Rapid Growth, All Out Struggle, Miraculous Awakening, Heavenly Event, Mastered Evolution, Entrusted Will, Battle of Fate. Like, all those teams could use the help, right? Power Beyond Super Saiyan and Bond of Parent Child, those teams are fine. But this guy, even then, becomes a top-tier option if you could transform him from turn 4 onwards. There's a gazillion situations where you're under 58% HP now in content, right? Like, it's nowhere near as hard as it was to be, like, you know, this condition used to be way worse when bosses really couldn't do that much damage to you, and if they did do damage, you were probably dead. But we're in an era now where teams have 800,000 HP, and you could take a super for 630k, and you're still alive. And this guy could transform if he's on the next turn. So, like, you know, you give this guy a little bit of buffs to the passives and all the stuff that he is on. It's just, this guy could easily, like, his EZA could be the best unit in the game. I don't think that's really a hot take. Like, if they give him, like a damage reduction or, like, some kind of defensive gimmick, aside from just the stacking, this guy could be incredible. Don't lose defense and has, like, you know, he's going to be hitting 15, 20 million or whatever with all those orbs that he's getting. This guy could be absolutely, like, the best unit in the game after the EZA. Like, if they go crazy with this, it might be a mistake, right? But, you know, I could go on all day about how good this guy would be. That was my top 5 most anticipated EZAs coming to both versions, hopefully sooner rather than later. Like I said, nothing is set in stone, but these are just units that I want to see the most. Let me know the EZAs that you guys are most anticipating down in the comment section below. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out when I post dokkan content like this. Have a great day, everybody. I'm out.